Lesson number 4, Pothole. Faiza looked out of her bedroom window. Another car was stuck in the road. The driver and an old man were changing one of the front wheels. Faiza watched as the men worked in the blazing sunshine. A woman and 2 children were sitting beside the road under a tree, sheltering from the sun. Faiza switched on her computer. She opened her calendar and began making notes on a sheet of paper. So many accidents in just 2 weeks, said Faiza to herself. Something must be done. The road is too dangerous for the children of the kindergarten next door. Faiza looked out of the window again. The men had fixed the wheel and were wiping their hands on some old rags. The woman and children were inside the car. Soon the car drove away. The big pothole in the road, like a gaping mouth, waited darkly for its next victim. Faiza returned to her computer and wrote a letter. A week went by. 3 weeks went by. Faiza waited every day for a reply to her letter. No reply came. Every day, Faiza made a new entry in her accident log. Auto stuck. Cyclist falls into gutter. Man injured. Baskets fall into road. Lorry has a puncture. That's enough, said the Faiza to herself. I'm not waiting a moment longer. Faiza found a basket and filled it with soil from her garden. She packed some compost into a bag. She carefully dug out a few small flowering shrubs and put them in a bag. She filled an old watering can with water. Then she found 3 long lengths of wood and some board pins. She placed the atom near her front door. Back in her room, Faiza found 3 large sheets of card. She began to write and draw on them. In the evening, Faiza collected all the things and took them out onto the side of the road. She fixed 2 of the sheets of card to 2 pieces of wood. She propped them up with stones at each end of the road. The sign said, "Road closed." Faiza went back to the big pothole and emptied the basket of soil into it. She added the compost and mixed it all together. She planted the shrubs and watered them. She then pushed the 3rd piece of the wood into the soil and pinned the last sheet of the cord to it. On it was a colorful sign. Faiza removed the road closed signs and went home. She looked out of the window. There was no pothole in the road now. In its place was a lovely little garden. Soon a large crowd gathered. People stopped to look. The children from the kindergarten stopped to look. When traffic passed by, drivers smiled and slowed down. They drove carefully around the garden. The next morning, a man with a camera arrived. He took a lot of photos of Faiza's pothole garden. Shortly after that, the pictures appeared in the newspaper. The chief of police arrived to have a look. Even the mayor came. Faiza's little garden was moved to the side of the road. The pothole was finally filled and a shiny new surface was put on the road. The garden today is called Faiza's garden and it is full of lovely flowering shrubs.